Okay, so I want to sort of set the stage with what I want to accomplish today and next week. The idea that the office came up with is a business plan, and I'd like to talk about what kind of a business plan I want you to end up with in this process. A business plan is a roadmap. A business plan is not a static document. It is a place that shows where we are and where we're going. And the reason we have a business plan is when we write something down and we commit that to something that's formal, we have a reference point. We can look at everything we do. We can come back to that and say, are we going the same direction we headed? Is the direction doing what we want to do? Are the activities we're spending most of our time doing going to benefit us in the direction that we originally set up? If we don't do a business plan, many times we do a bunch of things that probably are not best for our business. So the idea of this class is to set that business plan up for each one of your businesses so you have that roadmap and you have that place so that when you get to your daily activity or you look at the end of the week and say, what did I accomplish this week? Or you look at the bank balance at the end of the month and say, it isn't quite what I was expecting it should be. I can go back to that plan and say, did I follow the plan? Did I do what I said I was going to do? Did it work? And if it didn't, say, okay, it's time to change the plan. It's time to make that adjustment to the plan because what I said was going to happen and what I thought was going to happen didn't happen, so I need to change. But if I don't have that reference point, if I don't have that reference information to start with, I can't get there. Okay? So that's what the business plan is about. Second thing I'd like to talk about is all of you got one of these things, and I want you to look at that first page. The Ventures program is divided into several sections, and each one of these colors has to do with one of the sections of our program. Each one of these lines is a response from one of you saying what your biggest problem was in business. If we look at this, the biggest section is green. And that big section of green is all about marketing. Who's my customer? How do I find them? How do I grow them? How do I bring them in? How do I talk to them? So that will be the majority of what I want to talk about today. Okay? That's going to be a big emphasis, and that will be something that in your business plan will have a lot of information on. So that sets the stage for what we have. The rest of this packet is some information about who we are and actually a template for the business plan itself. So when we get done with the 2 weeks, you should be able to have this filled out and you'll have the beginnings of that plan for the reference.